The Obsidian Spire's outer plates were still peeling open when the first Deathworlder strike ships screamed in from the smog layer. Their plasma trails lit the canyon walls in blue-white arcs, the light cutting through the crimson haze like lightning in a storm. The war beast, now fully risen from the spire's depths, was an abomination of alloy and flesh. Its spine was a serrated metal ridge, its limbs jointed like an insect's, each claw large enough to crush an armored dropship. Black vents along its sides hissed gouts of chemical vapor that ate into stone. Civilians and mercenaries alike scattered across the canyon bridges. Krythos Prime had seen violence before, but never the kind that came when humans decided they were done talking. Rains split the squad into two strike teams. Team 1, Rains, 2 heavy armor specialists, and the Avari commander, would draw the war beast's attention and keep it pinned. Team 2, the sniper, demolitions expert, and infiltration specialist, would plant charges at the spire's structural anchors. From above, Deathworlder corvettes banked low, skimming so close to the cliff towers that sparks showered from. Antenna arrays they clipped in passing. Each run dumped smart munitions into the beast's armored plating, sending shards of alloy and meat flying into the abyss. But it didn't slow. It was learning. Rains hit the canyon floor with a thud that jarred his teeth. The beast's head swung toward him, a flattened wedge with 6 glowing red eyes. One eye blinked in an unnatural sequence. Then a railgun barrel unfolded from its mouth. Rains, ducking behind a fallen support beam. Yeah, that's not good. The first shot obliterated a freight hauler behind him, the explosion sending shockwaves that rattled the bridges above. Rain's heavy gunner popped up, returning fire with a man-portable Gauss rifle that cracked the air with each slug. Molten. Armor dripped from the beast's shoulder, but it kept moving, claws grinding sparks from the canyon wall. Meanwhile, Team 2 ghosted through the market levels, moving in the chaos. They passed vendors who were still grabbing their most valuable goods before fleeing, some even taking shots at the humans out of reflex. The Obsidian Spire had not been built for aesthetics. Every balcony was a kill zone, every support strut armored. Against orbital fire. Gun nests emerged from hidden hatches, belching tracer fire at the corvettes overhead. Team 2's sniper, Kova, dropped 3 nests in under a minute, her shots punching through half a kilometer of haze and plating. The demolitions expert planted his first charge at the western strut, the blast echoing up the canyon like thunder. The spire trembled, just slightly, but it was enough to get the masked figure's attention, high above, on the spires. Observation deck, the masked figure leaned on the railing, watching the chaos. They weren't shouting orders. They weren't panicking. They were waiting. It roared, a sound that wasn't just noise, but a pressure that rattled armor joints. Then its back split open, and drones poured out, fist-sized machines with rotary plasma cutters and jagged mandibles. They swarmed toward Team 1, forcing the humans to retreat under the cover of falling debris. Rains emptied 2 mags into the cloud, the air filling with the acrid smell of burning alloy and singed. Meat over comms. The Avari commander's voice was strained. This isn't a war beast. It's a hive. The corvettes above switched to wide-area flak bursts, shredding the drones in mid-air. Shards rained down on the bridges, cutting through merchant awnings like razors. By now, the canyon looked like a vision from an old Terran. Apocalypse story. Half the cliffside towers were burning, their lights flickering as power grids failed. The mirror-like black river at the bottom was boiling from dropped plasma charges. Team 2 blew the second strut. The spire leaned, barely noticeable, but enough that chunks of masonry began to fall from the upper balconies. Kova tagged the masked figure in her scope, but something, some shield distortion, bent the shot away. Kova over comms. He's got tech I've never seen before. Like the air itself doesn't want him hit. Rains called the corvettes for a danger-close strike. 2 ships dove in, releasing bunker busters that slammed into the canyon wall just above the spires. Bazi. The shockwave staggered the war beast, giving Rains the opening he needed. He sprinted up a collapsed bridge, closing the distance to one of the beast's exposed vents. Shoving a plasma charge inside, he dove clear as it detonated. The blast, blowing a hole through the beast's flank. It screamed, a metallic shriek that shook dust from every canyon wall. The drones faltered. The beast staggered backward into the spire's foundation. Team 2 blew the last strut. The spire groaned, like a dying leviathan, and began to fall. The masked figure didn't run. As the spire tipped, they stepped off the balcony and vanished into a shimmer of blue light. The spire collapsed into the canyon, crushing the war beast beneath tons of alloy and stone. The blast wave hurled Rains into the side of a market. Stall, knocking the breath from his lungs. Through the dust, he could see it, a single, unbroken mask lying on the ground where the figure had stood. Still faintly glowing, Rains, picking it up. "We're not done." The corvettes lifted the squad from the burning canyon, Krythos Prime vanishing beneath layers of smoke. But the mask in Rains' hand pulsed once, like a heartbeat. They thought the hunt was over. But for the 7, it had only just begun.